Good morning, guys. Hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk about where I've been and sort of question that goes along with it, which is social media beneficial for us? That also plays into that. So, for anybody that hasn't noticed, I've taken a little break from posting on Grateful Living. I think my last post was like 2.5 months ago. And I think 6 people that are not in my inner circle, but follow the Grateful Living content, reached out and just wanted to check in, and I really appreciate that. I am very much okay, doing well. A lot of the reasons why I wasn't posting on Grateful Living is because I'm just living life and I'm busy, which is a great reason. And then I think the second reason is what I kind of want to more reflect on, which is, the last several months I've been reflecting on social media and, my relationship with social media. This, whatever I'm talking about, I haven't really formulated. I've kind of written down a couple notes for me to just remember certain things that I want to talk about, but I think the main thing that I've been reflecting on is, how beneficial is social media to us. And I kind of want to make a distinction here of, I'm not really speaking about Grateful Living. I'm more speaking about just everyday usage and all of us showing off our personal lives. Grateful Living, and I've really enjoyed the purpose behind sharing, mental health, life advice, content, maybe helping people out with their lives, hopefully. I enjoy sharing positivity. I enjoy that aspect. I'm more speaking to the personal side of things, of everyday usage. To kind of set this up, I took basically a 2-week hiatus from going on social media this past December, and I remember reflecting and being like, that was one of the best 2 weeks of my life. And it was interesting. I was trying to understand exactly why, and I think part of it obviously is you're not getting a barrage of like watching or seeing people's lives. You're not getting a barrage of that, of like 10 different people's life and what they're doing today or what recently happened. I think with that, there's less of a comparison thought in your mind, and you're really more just focused on yourself, enjoying the present, enjoying what's here. And also with that, there's no like trying to show off or broadcast certain things to, like your followers or whoever you're friends with on Facebook or whatever it is. It was like, I'm enjoying this moment for this moment, and I don't need to broadcast it, And so, I think that those 2 weeks really were interesting because they forced me to reflect on, how I was using social media in terms of my personal life, intense and stuff like that. And again, I think it's a mixed bag, right? It's not all negative. I think there's aspects like spreading positivity and spreading, in moments of actual joy, like, for me, celebrating with friends, like, or going to a Celtics game, or something that's a pure joy. Certainly that, just, you like that aspect. But, and then I think I would say the second thing that I like is the photojournal aspect of it. Just like being able to look back on memories or how certain years went based on this journal that you have. But I think also there's a bit of broadcasting, and there's a bit of, trying to, maybe not show off, but like show that you might have a cool life, or whatever. And I specifically think about like birthday day posts, like, I personally knew like those days were always cool for me, because it was like I get to show where I am 1 year later, how I look or whatever. And then it's like always my most liked picture of the year, and it's like, what is the intention behind that, and so, I think this whole year, obviously I posted about Grateful Living stuff, and like I said, I think if there are things like that where it's like you have a business in your marketing, or you have, a social cause in your marketing, I think social media obviously can be very valuable. But it's like, on a personal life level, like, I haven't really shown any of my personal life this year. And I think for me, it's in many ways because it's like the people that I care about, who are close friends or family, the people that are in my like inner circle or whatever, that check in with me regularly, like, they know what's going on or what I've done or what, you know what I mean? And so outside of them, is it really necessary for me to show other people what I'm, broadcast to other people, that I might not have seen in like 5 years or whatever, like what I'm doing, who I'm doing it with, what's going on. Like, I think obviously social media is mostly used for showing off, the positive moments. And I think in that, there's a lot of projecting of an image. And like, for me, it's like, if I enjoy what I'm doing, and I know my close friends all know, or get to see the pictures when we catch up of, if I went to a certain place or whatever, that's all that matters, really. Again, if you're trying to be a social media influencer or trying to market certain things, obviously this doesn't apply to you, but I'm just talking about the personal life aspect of it. And so, for me, I think social media is leading people to kind of, think about lifestyle and show off to others that you're living a cool life or whatever. And I think if you're truly happy with how you're living your life and you're satisfied, I don't think you need that validation or that broadcasting to others that you really don't care about, you know? I think that's what it really comes down to. Obviously, I don't want to say anything's ever absolute because things evolve, but like, if your intention is not really joyful or positive, and instead is about projecting, is that the right reason to post? I think it's interesting because if you have a bad day, for example, like you have your bad day and you go through that emotions, and then hopefully as you're able, like, you just process that bad day, and then the next day after a good day's sleep, a good night's sleep or whatever, you get up and you're back to normal. But it's like with social media, when you add like a bad day and then you go on and all you see is like someone on vacation or someone getting engaged, it's like suddenly you're having your bad day, and then you're also seeing all these positive images coming into your brain of like people theoretically having a better day than you, and it's not helpful. So I'm curious, whatever. I sorry for making this one long, and I know it wasn't written out, eloquently, and but I'm genuinely curious. What do you guys think? How has your relationship with social media evolved? After listening to what I had to say, is there any reflection that you do? I'm just curious, whether you want to comment, message me, whatever. But yeah, that's where I've been. I've been good. I'm great. To anybody checking in, and like I said, earlier in the year when I talked about coming back and stuff like that, and like I said, I apologize for this aspect, like that my relationship with Grateful Living now is only going to be one of, I'm going to do it when I want to, and I apologize, for anybody, that looked up to me or would use the content, for, advice or for bringing up their day or whatever, and like I said that in that previous video, I apologize for that, but understand that I have my own life that I'm figuring things out in and living and learning and things like that. I'm going to do my best to be on here, but I want it to be authentic, and I don't want it to be forced. Everything that I'm doing, I want to do because I want to do it. And that being said, so that I just want to say, I say that to say, if I quote unquote disappear again for 2.5 months, it's not like I'm necessarily having like a bad 2.5 months. It's just I don't, feel in the space of posting, or I don't have a desire. I'm just thinking through things, as I was talking about this social media thought process that I've been going through the last couple months. Unfortunately, social media and, Grateful Living have taken a back seat to just real life living and learning and things like that. So, if I do take other breaks and things like I don't know what my level of commitment is, and I apologize for that, and I, understand when you've seen me post for 2.5 years every day. It's a big change in behavior, but I think the main thing that we all can do in life is do what's right for us and our wellness and things like that. And I have to, I just want to do everything out of joy and wanting to do it. And so I hope you understand that. And like I said, obviously Grateful Living does provide a lot of joy. I love providing my perspective and things like that. So I may be consistent, but I just, from my end, especially for, I know 6 people actually checked in on me. And I'm sure many others were thinking of that, or why hasn't he posted anything in so long? If you want to check in on me, just message me, but I'm good. And how much I post is not reflective of where I'm at in life. It just, I think I've made myself clear, but I'm going in with Grateful Living with no expectations, and I apologize for that, but I hope that you can also do the same, that whenever I am want to, I will obviously do it, and when I want to take times off, I'll take times off. Hope that makes sense. Let me know what you guys think about my thoughts on social media, and hope you're well. Bye, guys.